Hey, I want to go over a few topics related to optimization, back testing, forward testing when it comes to pivot point based trading or that approach. What I'm going to show you here, been covering it in some videos the last week or so. I do have a beta group that I've been supplying indicators to and working to get them the first strategy with some updates so we can start trading these setups as a group fully automated. The nice thing about this approach, the data and the kind of, when we see which of the two modes that the strategy has for trading automated, from that data that we start seeing which is the best approach, the most efficient. And what I'm talking about is what's the quickest way after 2 minutes. So this is 8:32 U.S. Central Time. The whole objective of this beta group is to take something I'm already using, make it even better by putting more minds and eyeballs on it, and then looking at just having a asymmetrical Renko be the, I guess you could say, the determining factor when we should be long, when we should be short, or an approach with the asymmetrical Renko being read by a unique indicator that has multiple axes of adjustability, so I can fine tune and make granular adjustments for precision optimization. So when you're optimizing this type of approach, one thing I typically look for, now here was 8:32 in the morning the other day, and there was a 78 point plus move. It was a little more than 78 points, but I called it about 78 points. So theoretically, the first candle close where the PPG, which is pivot point group 1 indicator, that's this line, green line, red line. This system, we're going to allow a trade to take place instantly at the first candle close after 8:32 a.m. So we let the first 2 minutes of the open play out. At 8:32, we jump in. If we have an up-closing candle with green PPG, we're in. And with 78 points of movement, that should be a one-and-done trade. Now, if for some reason we did not get, let's say it was only a 30-some point move, and we're not over daily profit objective, then here was the second signal. So that signal would cancel out. The second signal had a 132-point move. So you'd definitely be done on the day in trade number one, then trade number two. What I look for, though, when I'm building a system like this and doing optimization work is from a fresh signal. This is jumping in to a move that's already signaled prior, but from a fresh signal, I want to optimize the system where about 70% of the time, if I'm not done in one move, the second signal gets me done. So if I'm doing my optimization right, that's kind of something I've always noticed over time for this type of approach, where I'm going into, maybe target 700 to 800 or 900 a day on 150K account per account with this approach, or on a 300K account going after, let's say, 1100 to 1250 per account. Just really quick, get in, get the hit, and be done, so that I'm not exposing myself to the market for extended periods of time. So when I'm doing optimization work, meaning I'm playing with different types of symmetrical candles, I'm adjusting the symmetrical candle time frame up and down, I'm adjusting the indicator. What I'm really looking for is to be dialed in. What gets me done in 1 to 2 trades 70% of the time or more? Then the other 30% of the time, if I have to take a third trade, that's fine. And I guess what I'm talking about is it's more of a signal. When I get a fresh signal, will the fresh signal get me done in a trade one time, or only needing a second fresh signal to get me done about 70% of the time? If I'm noticing it's taking, always two, I'd say more like 3 signals or 4 signals to get done, I'm not in a really good optimization set as of yet, meaning my time frame's off. or my indicators offer a combination thereof. And the nice thing, I can use this on a range of bar types, but this approach is really built for symmetrical Renkos that are very geometric in look and design. And this isn't a really high time frame. This is a okay, moderate time frame for intraday trading. I could go higher, and a move like this would just, all the Renkos would just be all up. And a move like this, all the Renkos would just be down. And then a move like this, all the Renkos would just be up until basically the reversal points. And, that's fine too. And the optimization work we're going to be doing in the pivot point trading is we're working with different types of Renkos, playing with different adjustabilities and offsets there, working with the PPG1 indicator, and then a strategy that will be looking at two modes, meaning maybe I'll trade it where I stay in a long until I have 3 down Renkos. Obviously, that would be in a higher time frame. And then I stay short until I have 3 up Renkos. And then I'm long till I have 3 down Renkos. But of course, that would be on a Renko set even more symmetrical and of a higher time frame. This is a bit of a lower time frame, so this is what I would use with more of an indicator-based approach where I'm trading from fresh signal, the dot, and the flip, the momentum flip, from one trade to the other trade to the other trade and so on. Now there's 2 optimization directions we'll go. One is, what's the best bar type time frame, for gold, for oil, for ES, for NQ, or whatever you're trading, to right out of the open, get done as fast as I can. That's objective number 1. That way we can hit the predominance of our prop accounts with something. And maybe on a 150K account, you just want 500 a day for the first month. Just every day, get that 500, get that 500, get that 500, and then be done. And maybe on a 300K account, you're just going for 900 or 1,000. Just get it. Then some of your other accounts we can optimize where, hey, I want this baby running all day long. I want to catch all the bigger picture moves. So those are the two those are the 2 directions we're going to be analyzing in the optimization process as a group. Number 1 is quick, just get in, get out, be done for the day, and the predominance of my accounts. The other one is like for a max return, like run it for the first 3-4 hours of each day, or maybe in the overnight session, or if you're trading gold, maybe an Asian and London session, and kind of that approach. So that's the 2 things that we're working on with the Pivot Point beta group. But I wanted to bring up that if I can get done, or I can see when I'm optimized, that if I don't get done on the first signal, the second signal gets me done 70% of the time or more. Now I'm in that narrow range where I'm going to find some really good optimization data to set me up for something that could be forward tested for a period of time and verify results, and then turn on live once you fine tune it. And let me show you the PPG1 indicator real quick and all the adjustability it has. Let me go show you that real quick. Let's erase that. So there we go. We got multiple access of adjustability. We have an ability to analyze the ATR of the various candlesticks, X amount of bars back. The dots can be moved up and down, closer to the indicator, farther away. You can change the colors of them. We do have a sound alert, and these are outputs. The dots are outputs. So anyhow, and then some additional, you can set how thick you want it. Do you want it a dashed line, dotted line, and so on. This indicator, the way I've built it, works perfectly with asymmetrical Renkos. Like, it can ignore, depending how I adjust the settings, it can ignore, oscillations in price. Well, for the most part, the trend is being maintained. Lift, pull back, and uptrend, lift, pull back, and uptrend, lift. But then when we get an actual reversal, then it changes and follows it in the opposite direction. So the PPG1 indicator will be a core part of the strategy side where we're reading the indicator signals for our entry points, not, symmetrical Renkos. Meaning if I'm on a Renko with a really high time frame, this whole move will just be look like all uptrend Renkos. And then this move will look like all downtrend Renkos. Very symmetrical, very angular, geometric in appearance. And you get that with symmetrical Renkos as you go to higher time frames. So that way you're only kind of targeting the bigger picture moves. But, you get into a bigger picture move, you don't need a whole lot of movement in price, 55, 57, 60 points or more, depending on your position size, for instance, in the MNQ, to be done on one trade. And what I'm talking about on a 150K account is like trading 4 MNQs, 5 MNQs, getting up to, let's say, a 300K account. You can be trading as low as, 9 to maybe 11 MNQs per entry and so on. So that's what we're working on. And that was just something I wanted to make everybody aware of that I've seen in building systems in 15 years of building systems, that there's kind of this general rule of thumb that I see, that if I can get optimization to a point where if the first signal, a fresh signal, does not get me done on the trade, then the second one will, at least about 70% of the time. Anything more than that, you're in the perfect area of optimization to move from bigger adjustments down to very granular adjustments and fine tune your optimization. So there you have it. Just wanted to cover some more pivot point trading concepts and things to be aware of. And if you have any questions, info@gridalgo.com. I will be filming some of the live pivot point strategy that's being provided to the beta group. We're providing bar types to use, we're providing indicators to use, we're providing fully automated strategy. And then we're going to take that data, and I can use that to go see what are some really good symmetrical candle settings on various instruments, to then take the AIQ1 indicator from the Algo IQ program and use the scalp dots as the signal mechanism when to change directions. So the information we're gathering here will perfectly laterally transfer over and help us add another way to trade the AIQ1 indicator, which creates the mom signals. We also have the reversal dots on there, or the potential reversal dots that I call scalp dots, so we can use it for that too. So there you have it. Info@gridalgo.com. I'll probably have another video up tonight before we get into the trade week ahead. And if you have any questions, hit me up. Have a great day.